Seen a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set, lady.
Right there, 54 miles. I got it.
Hurry. Say 22.
Stafford on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to... Shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry on Johnson, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Hey, blue 16.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I got you. I got you. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. You go tight. You got tight. You
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Middle.
56. Mike 56. Right.
Alert.
56.
Don't get nervous.
Bang, bang.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This one complete to Lacey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Lions.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Watch the eye. Kill. Tight dog. Check nine. Shoot.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
20. 22.
36.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Omaha, remove.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Buying time to it. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. The 40, and a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the line, 27.
From the 27, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Defense wins championships, baby.
Stand hot. Tony's the mark. Stand.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Like 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He can run for it, and he will. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
40 got. 40 got.
First down. 56 is the mark.
Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
59!
Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in strike.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
11.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Detroit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to John. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
53, ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
At the Niners' 48-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
65, 59.
Stafford looks to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Amendola's got it, complete.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Here's
2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Hey, alert 3, alert.
21. 6.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Goodwin able to hold it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Mike 40. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Garoppolo now. Just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
I'm coming after you. Shit.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Lock.
Let's go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Check four.
11.
Garoppolo again. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, watch the slant.
Stay hot.
40's the mark.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He can't hang.
12.
Mike,
Bravo.
51. 3 buzz. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Here we go, D.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
11.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Double time.
Two.
You got 3.
2.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They come up in an offset eye.
They're not ready for this. They still
21.
y'all playing the wrong football.
Turn up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Rush in.
Hey, alert.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The kick by Gold is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. Zero. Check. Hey, 70.
Here's Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
To throw on third down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
That's good.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the Lions' 36-yard line.
They will run again with Coleman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Touchdown, defense.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Completes it to Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
32!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Forced out to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. James now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and he's going to go down again. Mike Daniels in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. On the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted.
intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much.